Thank you for watching Verscapes, where we are painting the landscapes of biblical truth. It's a true blessing to have you here today. As we continue on this Holy Week series, where we see the events that led into the arrest, the crucifixion, the death of Jesus, and his resurrection, today we're going to look at a very interesting topic. Yesterday we saw the Pharisees questioning Jesus, trying to put him in a corner, trying to trap him into a lie, into a mistake, so that he could get arrested, because they were so blinded in their minds that they wanted to get him arrested and getting him killed. So today we take it a step further, where one of Jesus' disciples, Judas, he was actually seeking to betray him. Let's see what's going on here. Today's passage is going to be very short, and we're going to read through Matthew 26, verses 14 through 16. The title here says, Judas to betray Jesus. Then one of the 12, whose name was Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, "What will you give me if I deliver him over to you?" And they paid him 30 pieces of silver. And from that moment he sought an opportunity to betray him. Imagine this for a second. You don't like somebody. Somebody does something to you, or you just don't like them. You want to do something to them. And sometimes, we get like this. We get angry and we get enraged with the people around us, people that we know, people that we don't know. But can you imagine the state of their hearts? The state of the hearts of the chief priests, that they actually wanted to trap Jesus into a mistake so he can get arrested, and they wanted to get him killed. Imagine the extremes that they went through. What was the state of their heart? What was the state of what they were thinking about doing such evil things to someone? Yeah, I don't like people, and I'm sure you don't like some people. Or have you really thought about getting into the lengths of getting them killed? That is just extreme. That is completely evil. But there's also, this is part of the prophecy. In Isaiah it says that he came to his own, and his own people did not receive him. This is part of it. The chief priest, the people that studied the scriptures all of their lives, for years and years, are studying the scriptures, memorizing chapter after chapter, book after book. Can you imagine, knowing the scriptures and not knowing and not recognizing who Jesus was? I mean, the prophecy was unfolding right in front of them. And Jesus even gave them the opportunity so many times to tell them, have you not read the scriptures where it says this? Have you read the scriptures that it says that? He's trying to point them to where they need to look, and they're not looking because they're blinded. But then, if you consider this though, what would you do in a situation like this? Somebody coming to challenge your beliefs, somebody coming to challenge your routine, your traditions, the things that you believe in, the things that you hold very dear to your heart. No matter what the state of your heart is, if somebody comes and challenges that, I'm sure you would get upset. So I can kind of see where the Pharisees were going to, but then again, bringing it to such extremes, it's just very concerning. It concerns me what the state of their heart was to get to such great lengths to wanting to kill someone again. But then the final thing to consider is that this never got out of hand for Jesus. I mean, Jesus is God. He knows everything. He controls everything. Everything that happens in the entire history of the universe, he can control it. So this did not get out of hand for him. He had perfect control of everything. These things had to happen for the prophecies to be fulfilled, that he would give his life for us and he would resurrect on the third day so that we can have salvation for eternity. So what do you think about today's topic? How are you reflecting on Holy Week this week? What is the main thing that jumps out from you from all of these events that we are discussing so far? If you haven't liked this video yet, please consider to do so. And of course, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel for any upcoming content. It would be a great blessing to my life. I want to again thank you for watching Verscapes. Stick around for tomorrow's video because I cannot wait to share it with you. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next one.